This video discusses how the works of Shakespeare, including the input from Francis Bacon, is secretly referencing a secret location, and Kazz Maynard believes that this location is Tasmania, specifically Tasmania. So Francis Bacon was born 22nd of January 1561. Bacon was educated at Trinity College at the University of Cambridge, where he rigorously followed the medieval curriculum. He was the first recipient of the Queen's Counsel designation conferred in 1597, when Elizabeth I reserved him as her legal advisor. He received many titles, and I don't think he had any children, so those titles went when he died. Certain things are associated with him. Saint Alban is a martyr that's associated with him. Baconian theory holds that Shakespeare authorship is mainly by Francis Bacon, if not totally by Francis Bacon. That's the main theory. Other people think it's that Shakespeare's genuine. Other people think that Edward de Vere is the author, and there's other theories as well. Now, the basic idea of hiding the fact that Francis Bacon wrote Shakespeare was that it was possible that he was the heir to the throne of England, and he couldn't be associated with writing plays to the public. That's kind of one of the ideas, but I think that there's more to all of this, because Francis Bacon was a strong cryptologist, apparently, and there's a lot of people researching how a lot of his works refer to secret locations. There's a story of Shakespeare's missing skull, which appeared in a magazine in 1879, and it blamed the removal on trophy hunters. Recently, researchers were allowed to scan the grave of England's greatest playwright and found that it was likely that there was signs of interference. Baconian theory developed a new twist. Someone called Orville Ward Owen hypothesized that Francis Bacon was the son of Queen Elizabeth, and Queen Elizabeth was secretly married to Robert Dudley, Earl of Leicester, who fathered both Bacon himself and Robert Devereux, 2nd Earl of Essex. And that essentially Bacon was the true heir to the throne of England, but had been excluded from his rightful place. And that's one of the main secrets in the plays. In his book, The New Atlantis, he refers to a poetical commonwealth of mine own. For the sight, if you will, needs urge me to it. I am not fully resolved, it may be, but I will choose a site, whose latitude shall be 45 degrees in the midst of the temperate zone, or perhaps under the equator. That paradise of the world where is a perpetual spring. The longitude, for some reason, I will conceal. Okay, so it's concealing the longitude, but not the latitude. So Tasmania, I think around Endeavour Bay, I think, is around 45 degrees south. So that's quite interesting. What is an emblem? It can be considered one of the primary vehicles of cultural knowledge. During the early modern period in the Baroque era, it's capable of expressing highly complex ideas in compact and compelling forms. So there's a lot of symbology to refer to. As per Wikipedia, the Pillars of Hercules was the phrase that was applied in antiquity to the promontories that flanked the entrance to the Strait of Gibraltar, the northern pillar and being Cap Mons, and the southern one in Morocco. And it's quite likely that the Straits of Gibraltar could well be around Bass Strait perhaps, but there is another reference to the Straits of Gibraltar or the Pillars of Hercules in Tasmania. There are place names for all these things. Mappi-mundis are maps made in the medieval period. There's 1100 mappi-mundis generally, quite a few of them are included in books. They show all sorts of interesting interpretations of the map of the world. You'll notice on Queen Elizabeth's sleeve that the shape of the pattern on her sleeve resembles the shape of a mappi-mundi, just coincidentally. Some scholars have speculated that Queen Elizabeth is being portrayed as Selene, the moon goddess, due to the crescent on her headpiece. Selene is a goddess associated with many other gods and goddesses, and there's a whole historical discussion around that. Here we have the three pearls representing the three islands. The ruby crescent is the red C, using a homophone for the letter C. The fourth pearl is represented by the mermaid, which has been associated with pearls since antiquity.